some of the biggest places where it's more myth than reality, and maybe it used to be a little more reality in the old days in terms of, oh, you're going to go golfing on Wednesday and you get paid all this money and you go home at the, the typical stereotype of doctor life doesn't exist anymore. So, the amount of work that's required, paperwork and other, has exponentially increased. The financial reimbursement continues to decrease over time. The degree of responsibility also continues to increase over time. And doctors are human. So we have to make judgments all day, every day, using everything and all the knowledge and skills and testing that we have available to us. But at the end of the day, in some instances, what we're still making is our most educated guess, judgment. Thankfully, most of the time we're right. Some of the time we're wrong. But that's because we're human and we're relying on the best that we have to make the decisions that we make. So I think that part of it, in terms of the no guarantee part, or sometimes you can do everything right and there's a bad outcome. You can do some things wrong and there's a bad outcome, and sometimes those wrong things happen because a doctor is still a human being. So I think that of all the things, that's something that I would say I sometimes feel that non-physicians forget about that fact, and that there's the science of medicine and the technology of medicine, but there's also the art of medicine. And that's something that's not quantifiable and that you can't say is going to be 100% correct all the time. We hope that it is. Everyone strives to make it that way. But I can honestly say that 100% of the time, if any physician that sits in this chair is going to say that I'm not 100% right all the time. I do my level best, but you're not. And if someone feels that they are 100% right all the time, then they're not acknowledging their humanness and not humble enough to express that you're still human and you're still doing the best decision making that you can with the information that you have. So I think that that's probably the most misunderstood. I also think it's that, yeah, we all have families and we try and live the professional life as well as live our personal lives and have time for our children, and we do sacrifice. We sacrifice a lot. Thank God I have a great support system to help me work the routine 12 hours a day that is what I work every day, and what my colleagues work, and not just me and not just radiation. I think it's medicine in general. And I think that part of it also, that a lot of folks, if folks looked at that and it's like, oh boy, I don't work a 12-hour day, I think that there would be a little bit more understanding in terms of, wow, this is not just a job, 9-5, turn it off, go home. This is life. I mean, you commit your life, and it's a choice we made. So am I sorry I made that choice? Absolutely not. One day have I ever been sorry. I love what I do. I love my patients. I'm lucky to work with the colleagues that I work with. But still, it's a life commitment that we've made. But we try and maintain some of our quality of life for us and for our families. Otherwise, my children will grow up in front of my eyes and I won't see it. I'll miss it. And that's something that I don't want to happen.